What can we learn from the life and passing of a 71-year-old man today? Is there a hidden lesson we can all apply to live better, longer lives? Stay tuned as we dive into the powerful lessons he left behind. Today, we reflect on the life of a 71-year-old man who passed away unexpectedly. In this video, we'll explore 3 crucial life lessons we can all take away from his journey. These lessons are not just about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. They could change the way we think about aging, health, and relationships, helping us make the most of every moment. Let's unpack these lessons together so we can all live more meaningfully and healthily, no matter our age. Lesson number 1: the importance of maintaining health. Our 71-year-old friend may have lived a full life, but his health was undeniably a key factor in his longevity. Throughout his life, he understood that taking care of his body was essential to enjoying those extra years. Staying active, eating well, and managing any existing health conditions allowed him to maintain a sense of independence and vitality as he aged. Sadly, though, many people neglect their health until the damage is already done. Health isn't something that can be ignored indefinitely, and we often only realize its importance when we face major health issues. By then, it might be too late to reverse the damage. He made time for daily walks, even as he grew older. His routine was simple: an early morning walk through the park before starting his day. It wasn't about pushing his body to the extreme, but rather about keeping it moving. His doctor always marveled at his cardiovascular health, often telling him he had the heart health of someone 10 years younger. That daily movement, combined with a balanced diet, played a large part in helping him maintain his energy and overall well-being. It's a stark contrast to many people who often skip exercise or treat their bodies with indifference, thinking that they can make up for it later. However, as time went on, he began to ignore those small, nagging aches and pains, those little signals his body was sending out. "It's just a little stiff shoulder," he would say. "Nothing to worry about." He continued his routine, but with time, those small discomforts turned into bigger problems. The body gives us signals long before major health issues arise, and ignoring those signs can lead to preventable complications. It's easy to dismiss minor aches, but eventually they can become symptoms of something much larger. The lesson here is simple: don't wait for a wake-up call to prioritize your health. Our 71-year-old friend was fortunate that he had a strong foundation of physical activity. But many people fail to realize the importance of these simple habits until they start facing a health crisis. By the time serious issues arise, it's often much harder to reverse the effects of neglecting your health. So, it's crucial to stay ahead of the game and take proactive steps to maintain your well-being throughout your life. One of the most important things we can do is take a few minutes every day to check in on our physical health. It's so easy to get caught up in the busyness of life and forget about our own bodies. But those few minutes each day can make all the difference. Whether it's stretching to maintain flexibility or taking a brisk walk to keep your heart healthy, consistent small actions add up over time. It's not about pushing yourself too hard or expecting drastic results overnight. It's about creating sustainable habits that support your health in the long run. Start with simple habits that you can easily incorporate into your daily routine. Begin by stretching every morning to improve your flexibility and circulation. Incorporating a 15-minute walk into your day can do wonders for your cardiovascular system as well as your mood. You don't need a gym membership or expensive equipment to start improving your health. Just take small steps that you can maintain, and soon you'll notice the difference. Eating more whole foods, reducing processed sugars, and staying hydrated are also important habits that will pay off as you age. Ultimately, our 71-year-old friend's story reminds us that the choices we make today will affect us tomorrow. Our health is a long-term investment, and just like with any other important asset, we need to manage it carefully and regularly. Prioritize your health now before you start experiencing the consequences of neglecting it. Taking care of your body is the foundation for a long, fulfilling life. Lesson number 2: the power of emotional connections. Loneliness is a silent killer, especially in old age. As we grow older, it's easy to find ourselves isolated, whether due to physical limitations, the loss of loved ones, or simply the changes that come with aging. However, maintaining strong emotional connections with family and friends has an incredible impact on both our emotional and physical well-being. Our 71-year-old friend was fortunate enough to have a close-knit group of friends and a family who was always by his side. These relationships gave him a sense of purpose and comfort, even during his toughest times. His ability to maintain these meaningful connections helped him live a fuller, more joyful life, regardless of the challenges his body faced. In his final days, despite the physical struggles that came with age, he was never alone. His family shared how his home was always filled with laughter and stories. Even when his health declined, he was surrounded by the people who loved him most, and this made all the difference. His lifelong friends made sure to visit him regularly, bringing food, chatting about the good old days, and reminiscing about memories they had shared over the years. These moments of connection gave him a sense of peace and joy, even as he faced the reality of his final days. His family described how much he cherished those weekly dinners with his friends, something he looked forward to no matter how tired or unwell he felt. One of the most powerful things about this man's emotional connections was the way they made him feel alive. Even in the hardest times, when his body was no longer as strong as it once was, his spirit remained vibrant because of the people around him. He didn't isolate himself, despite the fact that aging can sometimes make us retreat into ourselves. He understood the value of being with people who uplifted him, making him laugh, offering support, and sharing their lives with him. Emotional bonds were a source of strength, and they allowed him to maintain a positive outlook on life, even in the face of adversity. The lesson here is clear. Emotional connections are not just a luxury, but a necessity for our well-being. Having people who care about us and who we can connect with can keep us healthy, both mentally and physically. Research has shown that strong social ties can lower blood pressure, reduce the risk of depression, and even increase life expectancy. When we have people we trust and love around us, we feel a sense of purpose and belonging that can greatly improve our quality of life. This man's life was a testament to the power of emotional connections and how they can help us weather life's most difficult storms. One of the most touching aspects of his story was how he stayed connected with his friends throughout his life. Even as time passed, he never let distance or aging interfere with these bonds. He made it a priority to schedule regular get-togethers. Whether it was a weekly dinner or just a phone call to check in, his friends reciprocated, always showing up, no matter the circumstances. These social interactions played a vital role in keeping him emotionally fulfilled and gave him a reason to keep pushing through tough times. The power of these relationships wasn't just about having people around. It was about the quality of those interactions. He and his friends didn't simply talk about everyday matters. They shared stories, deep conversations, and the things that really mattered. These connections provided him with a sense of joy that lasted until the end. It's easy to think that as we get older, we can afford to let some of these relationships fade away. But in reality, it's when we need them the most. The love and laughter he experienced in those final years were the things that kept his heart strong, even as his body weakened. Actionable tip: make it a point to nurture relationships with your loved ones. It doesn't take a grand gesture to stay connected. Sometimes all it takes is a regular check-in or an invitation to spend time together. Whether it's a simple phone call, a visit, or even joining a social club or community activity, stay engaged with the people who matter to you. The joy and support these connections bring will not only improve your emotional health, but your physical health as well. Connection isn't just for the young, it's essential for everyone, regardless of age. So reach out to someone today. You never know how much it might brighten their day and yours. Lesson number 3. Acceptance of life's impermanence. One of the most powerful lessons we can learn from someone's passing is the ability to accept life's impermanence. We all know deep down that our time here is limited. Yet it's easy to push that thought aside in our busy lives. However, our 71-year-old friend had a deep understanding of this fact. He never feared the inevitable end. Instead, he embraced each day, fully appreciating the fleeting moments life gave him. In accepting that life is temporary, he was able to truly live without holding on to fears of the unknown, but instead savoring the experiences and people around him. This mindset allowed him to face his final days with peace and gratitude. In his final weeks, despite his health struggles, he shared a calm wisdom with his family. One day, he said to them, "Don't worry about me. I've lived a good life. I've seen the world, raised a family, and enjoyed so much." Those words were not filled with sorrow or regret. Rather, they reflected a sense of fulfillment. He had made peace with the fact that his time was coming to an end. And in doing so, he was able to focus on the beauty of his life rather than on what he still hadn't accomplished. His acceptance of his mortality was inspiring, and it gave him the ability to enjoy his final days with clarity and peace, knowing that he had no major regrets. What we can learn from him is the incredible power of acceptance. So many of us live with an underlying fear of death or a sense of unfinished business. We might cling to past mistakes or worry about what we haven't achieved. But his life shows us that true peace comes when we accept that we cannot control everything, especially the time we have. His story reminds us that we don't have to wait until the end of our lives to find that peace. Accepting life's impermanence isn't about giving up. It's about finding a sense of freedom and release. It's about letting go of what we cannot change and appreciating what we have. The acceptance he showed in his final days was a culmination of years of living in the present. He didn't dwell on what he had lost or what might have been. Instead, he focused on what he had. From his travels to the love he shared with his family, he knew how to cherish the experiences that life had given him. This ability to be content with what he had made all the difference in his emotional well-being as he neared the end. He had no bitterness, no anger toward the future. He simply lived each day as fully as he could, understanding that the beauty of life lies in its impermanence. As we go through our own lives, it's easy to forget this lesson. We get caught up in the rush to achieve more, to do more, or to fix our past mistakes. But what his life teaches us is that we don't have to do it all to feel complete. We don't have to fight against time. Instead, we can choose to accept that life is about the moments we create and the connections we make along the way. His calm acceptance of death allowed him to savor his remaining time. And it shows us that we too can find peace in letting go of the pressure to be perfect or to accomplish everything on our to-do lists. There is an undeniable beauty in accepting life as it comes, embracing the inevitable without fear. When we do so, we free ourselves from the weight of worry and regret. This man's acceptance wasn't about resignation. It was about releasing the fear of the unknown and embracing the gift of today. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we'll have endless time to get things right. But the truth is that each moment is precious. In the end, It's not the things we achieve, but how fully we live that truly matters. Actionable tip: take some time to reflect on your life regularly. Are you holding on to regrets or fears about the future? Start letting go of unnecessary baggage. Embrace the present and focus on what truly matters. Life is fleeting, and acceptance can bring peace even in the face of hardship. Think about the things you're grateful for today and allow yourself to feel content with where you are right now. Letting go of the need for perfection can help you embrace life as it is, leading to a more fulfilling and peaceful existence. Conclusion: as we reflect on the life and passing of our 71-year-old friend, we've learned powerful lessons about health, emotional connections, and the acceptance of life's impermanence. These insights can help us live fuller, more meaningful lives no matter our age. Remember, it's not about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. Thank you for watching. If you found these lessons valuable, don't forget to leave a comment. Let us know which lesson resonated with you the most. 1. Health, or 2. Acceptance. Until next time, take care, stay connected, and live fully. Goodbye.